there, cats and kittens. It's Debra Cook from Still Kitty Productions. I'm coming to you with episode 3 of the Cat's Meow. Today we are filming at Sola on McKnight Rd. That is the home to Salon Nolas, which is run by Stephanie Truchan. She is the one who's responsible for all of my fun colors and all my crazy hairdos. So come on, let's check it out and see what she does this week. Today is definitely not your typical interview. We're going to start off by introducing my favorite magician and stylist, Stephanie Truchan. Say hi to this little camera.
Hello.
Stephanie, you've been doing hair for a very long time, correct?
Very long time.
What got you into it? Why decide to do hair?
I was into it at a very, very young age. I was 10, 12 years old, and I told my mom, doing hair. I was already trying to do all my friends' hair, my own. I just always took a liking to it. I do have multiple family members, stepmother, and aunts that are all hairdressers, so I grew up in the industry.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just always been in my blood, that's for sure.
And what school did you go to? Because there's a bunch around here. There's South Hills Beauty, and there's Empire, and where did you go?
I went to the Pittsburgh Beauty Academy, which was downtown Smithfield Street. No longer open, but they were kind of I think the first beauty school in Pittsburgh. Definitely a lot of history. Yeah, it's been a long time. I don't even want to think about beauty school.
So I actually met Steph at Sally's Beauty Supply, believe it or not. I was an employee there, and she has, at the time, she had her own salon during that time. And she kept coming into the store at least once a day. You would always come in at least once a day.
Yeah, I lived 2 minutes away.
And so I would joke with her. I was like, you should just get a job here. You should just get a job here.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Karen was like, you could get health benefits. And I was like, I'm in.
So we did end up working together at Sally's Beauty Supply on McKnight Rd for a little minute. And we always had a good time. But Karen, our boss, would always just look at us and be like, you two.
Troublemakers.
You two troublemakers.
Yeah.
But we were good employees, I would say.
Yeah. I'll be polite about that one. Yeah. Karen's not so sad, that's for sure.
She definitely does. So, you went to Pittsburgh Beauty.
Yeah, I just love that.
And when I met you, you had a different salon. You were not at Sola. You were on...
No, I was in my house off McKnight Rd.
Okay.
But yeah, I went from, 25 years old, going into business for yourself and working from home, which today's present day would be an ideal situation. But, yeah, it was a lot for a young person. I probably came to Sally's every day because it was the idea of getting out of the house.
That makes sense.
Everything. It was, yeah.
It was people not demanding something out of you.
Yeah, or being sober and knew if I needed stuff. I wasn't organized, I'd be still not. That's...
But so you had a place off of McKnight Rd, and then
a little studio in the basement. So I had my start out at a nice private little studio, kind of here.
Yeah. And then you moved to
Westview. I got my first storefront, part-time employees, commercial utilities. No, I don't know all that.
All the responsibilities.
All the things. Yeah, it was totally different, but awesome. Awesome stepping stone. And then then to Babcock Boulevard.
Yeah, then you moved to Babcock, and you actually brought those ladies with you to Babcock, correct?
Yes.
And then they followed you here as well.
Yeah, they're such sweethearts.
Yes.
And my 3 fairy godmothers.
Yeah, I know during this time of COVID, they really helped you out and kept your fridge stocked and everything.
They did. They took care of me. Yeah, and then I found Sola.
So, what is it about Sola that is so much better than where you've been before?
Well, for me in my situation specifically, Sola, complete game changer. Just because they, they put you in this environment that's newly constructed. Your utilities are all included in your rent. Everything's all inclusive. So you're not worrying about the business end where I was dealing with landlords, paying utilities, paying for things I might not have been responsible for, getting smacked upside the head with stuff I didn't know about, just all different.
Yeah, like
all
shoveling the driveway and stuff like
Sure,
that.
snow removal, different things that you should hammer out with landlords or whatever it be. But so for me, not having to worry about any of that stuff and just getting back to like brass taxes and like really just getting back to being passionate about what you do and how you do it.
Very cool.
So Sola's just amazing. They have multiple locations all over Pittsburgh. They're in other states, but they just give people an opportunity. Like I was already my own business owner, but I had things that were boggling me down and things that were a little too much to handle and, just dramas that weren't necessary. So, coming here for me, it's like, ooh. Puts a new lease on everything.
Looks like both you and I are learning to delegate.
Yeah, right? It is. It's crazy. But and then for a young stylist or someone who's just coming into the industry, it's amazing as well because they set them up and show them how to like start a business, how to get their taxes set up, how to get logos, just all the things, even help you with, starting up your business. It's just an amazing, well-oiled machine they have here. And like you said, total game changer to Pennsylvania.
Very cool.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So, you've been here about 3 years, correct?
Yeah. Well, actually, I think my 3rd year is already on the books, but COVID kind of makes you forget. Because I was just starting my 3rd year when COVID hit. So,
Okay.
yeah. So, this is...
So, we're going
Year
on year 4.
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane.
That is cool.
I love it.
So, during this time of COVID, what did you get to do or have to do or that you wouldn't normally get to do or?
Being home all that time, I got to spend time with my 2 dogs, which one is now passed away, but
Roxy.
my Roxy, yeah. So I got to spend a lot of time with her, which was just unbelievable. Like I got to be with her in the last months of her life, and it was being home every day, and so that sort of took up my last few. Well, that even stretched in after quarantine, but that took up a lot of my time and energy. And even before that, I just got things done around the house, things financially set, like. I don't know. I even made doctor's appointments even though the doctors didn't want to see you. I got just a lot of stuff handled that usually you're rushing to get handled or you don't have enough time to do. Yeah. So I really tried to take in the attitude of like it is what it is and we don't know what to rather than trying to freak out every day or worry about what was happening. It was just the whole stay positive, help your neighbor, that whole sort of outlook on it because it's a lot to take in.
So, and you have 2 dogs, or had 2 dogs. You had Roxy and Tank.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Rox.
She was a purebred German Shepherd and extremely protective of me, extremely picky. I mean, she knew exactly what she liked, who she liked. She let me even know. I mean,
she didn't like anybody short or kid-like.
Yeah, she definitely didn't like anybody smaller than her. She loved to intimidate people, but she'd like hide her bone, like under the couch cushion, and then look at you like, come pet me, be nice. And then if you touch the couch cushion, she'd be like, whoa, But yeah, awesome dog, my super protector. I just having her when I first went into business and being in my home by myself. I never thought about then, I didn't feel. I don't know, I never felt scared, but she just it was impossible to be scared or anything with that dog around. You know, like,
Yeah.
that's my dog. I mean, maybe not fair stranger, but yeah, so really, I mean, it's amazing I got to be with her.
And then Tank, you got Tank. Only like
Tank
maybe
when
like.
Rox was 6.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're 6 years apart. So I was living in Mount Washington. I got Tank in 2014.
Okay, this was after I lived with you then.
Yes, because I got Tank, and then I got him that June, and that October I moved to Westview.
Right.
Yeah.
And then like we actually have, and we're gonna show it later or show it, but we have a picture of this one time when Steph and I were working at Sally's. It was a Sunday, and we decided that after work we would go to her house and watch watch the TV show Weeds. But this one back here,
I think the whole series, or the whole...
it was
how
like
many seasons?
season 7 or 8 or something.
Okay.
But this one back here got it in her mind that it would be fun to see me intoxicated, if you will.
I am so not a crafter, but I am.
So we all partake of the greenery and then decide that we're going to get Chinese food. And somehow between us and her boyfriend at the time, who he doesn't need a name, and then we ordered for the neighbor down the street.
Yes, we did order like 3 dinners for my neighbor and her family. Yeah.
So we get to the Chinese place to pick up the food, and it's a really small space, like almost like this
The size of this room.
Yeah,
with
it
the counter.
was so small.
Yeah.
But it had the like motion sensors that kept dinging.
Yeah, every time we stood in there.
And like I just ended up walking around in circles because it kept dinging.
Yeah. I was like talking to the lady, paying for the order, and I turned around and Deb was like literally losing herself in this 4-foot space. Oh.
So
then they handed us a box of Chinese food.
The box was this long. We had to put it in the trunk of her car. And because it was so long. And it's great though, because we have a picture of Rox and like looking at me with this big box of Chinese food. So we're gonna throw that up.
Just sitting there.
She was being very good.
Yeah.
But
oh my gosh, too funny.
that was hilarious. But
well, that was funny when you said.
so you actually had your birthday not too long ago.
Yeah.
How old did
my
you turn?
40th.
You turned 40 finally.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you didn't get to party like you normally do.
No, I did not. I had a party for one.
Although I do remember your mom kind of did hook you up with a fun little parade.
I had a birthday parade that was so amazing, and people brought gifts, and my boyfriend and his son showed up with flowers, and it was just like the cutest ever. So I was not alone, and my grandfather was in the car. Well, actually, I'd say 2 paps, but yeah, it was amazing. And my mom threw it together super last minute, and it was so like awesome to see how many people came, because I know how many more would have came if it was planned, and thank gosh, because they took up like all of Westview.
Yeah,
it was early, but in my head, you know, or when you're sick or whatever, like it could have been 7:00 at night or 6:30 or whatever, and I was like, oh, my neighbors are gonna like, oh, but no, it was
you
amazing.
are 40.
I am 40. I definitely was in my robe with my mask on, being like, what's happening? But it was absolutely awesome.
Now, 10 years ago was, of course, your 30th birthday. I can math. that was probably one of the most epic birthday parties I have ever been to in my life.
I absolutely love theme parties, and if I didn't have like the best group of friends and family, because everybody gets involved. Like if people weren't gonna do it, then it's like, why would I do that? You know,
Yeah.
I mean, I could run around dressed up by myself all the time. That would be okay too, I guess. But everybody gets so into it, and it's so that's like my favorite thing in the world is just see everybody having fun, enjoying themselves, cutting up.
For your 30th birthday, we rented a party bus. It was a ghetto party bus, but it was
I
a
think
party.
the windows were stuck down, and like it was an old, one of the old buses, school buses.
And but yeah, we were responsible and got a party bus, and our first stop was Bounce You. Yes, kids, you heard that correct. Steph's 30th birthday party was held at Bounce You. And the only thing I can remember really is just seeing these like 15, 16-year-old employees scared to death. Like they just looked at us like, should we tell them not to run?
Our good friend was pregnant with her daughter at that time, so
Abby,
she come on the bus. She met us at Bounce You, and she said those kids were like, how old are these people? Like they were just completely mesmerized by people over the age of, like they were like, that one's 30, and then like Bruce or Abby was like, that one over there is 33 or 35,
Yeah.
Like, whoa. Like they were just so blown away by it.
And it was so crazy because it was like a switch flipped, and all of a sudden these, there was like 30 plus people over 30 just running around.
Well, they gave us like extra, they opened up both sides of the bounce houses, and they gave us extra time because usually a young kid would or kids party could only make it through one side, being whooped, and then they have like their pizza party or whatever. So we got like 2 hours or whatever to just have at it.
And it was just, it was so crazy, and it was a blast. And then I remember we took the bus we went to a bar restaurant. A hop house, yeah.
They gave us like that back room, yeah.
That was like the second stop. But meanwhile, the party bus, we could hook up a phone to the stereo. But Steph only had 2 songs on it.
I think it was like 7 songs that are still on my playlist.
And it's the only one I really remember is "Forget You" by CeeLo Green.
Yeah.
We played that over and over.
Well, I'm super glad you didn't say it was a Chris Brown song. Because someone else was like, is this Chris Brown? I was like, yeah.
And then after the hop house, then it was Tommy's house, I think.
Yes.
And then...
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. That was when Tommy cranked the heat up on everyone and then hid it behind a picture frame. So we all thought we were dying in the middle of the night.
I remember I spent the night.
So hot in here. Yeah, you were the only one that had to work, I think.
I did.
So we gave you a bedroom, and we were like, we are sorry for what you're going to witness. No.
And I had to work the next morning at Sally's.
Yeah, I remember you were like, I'll get up and go. I was like, whew.
It was a little rough. But it was a great time. And then in 2019, that we got to celebrate your birth and your favorite movie.
Yes, the Labyrinth. That was that? Yeah, that was just not too long ago.
It was a Labyrinth party, yeah. And people did dress up.
That was the best thing. I'll tell you what, everybody really does play into it.
They go along with your crazy schemes.
Yeah, and the best thing is it was 2 of my girlfriends that were the best Bowies ever. They came in and killing it, and then that was just so much fun.
And then the dress, isn't that your...
That was Tommy's mom's wedding dress.
Yeah.
No, Tommy's mom.
Tommy's
She's basically like my aunt, but still.
Okay, Tommy's mom.
That was her wedding dress. And
from the 80s?
I'm not sure when her and Jeff got married. Yeah, Jamie's 23. Yeah, Jamie's 23. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly can't. It's gotta be from the 80s. But it is all white and smooth and just had white fur around the cuffs of the wrists and right around the neck. Oh, it was perfect.
Yes.
And I wore my cape. It was
Your
perfect.
cape. Yeah.
If anybody's not seen The Labyrinth, go watch it.
Actually, I did watch it for the first time not too long ago, actually. It holds up for someone who has never seen it.
Yeah.
And as an adult, looking back on the cheesy 80s movies, it holds up.
Oh, it's Jim Henson, I believe. And, you think, the puppets, all that. It was just unreal for its time. That's,
Yeah.
unreal altogether.
But yeah, Steph.
I think my one birthday party, Brewers, was absolutely hilarious.
Brewers,
too,
I
with
don't.
all the disguises. That was Occupy Steph.
Yes.
And you were there.
I was
that
there.
was the night it ran.
Right.
And I dropped the.
I just don't know if I have pictures of that, but I do remember everybody dressed up differently.
Yeah, I have pictures of that. It was all disguises, like mustaches, wigs, funny.
Right.
And then I made everyone wear their nicknames that they have in my phone.
Yes, I do remember that now. It was at Brewers, and just at one point during the night, she just was done and took off her shoes and ran away from the bar.
Just take a quick run. Yeah. I think I looked at you and I was like, Deb, and I dropped everything. I was like, oh,
but yeah.
Or I might, I don't know. But yeah, that one was a ton of fun too. And the skydiving one.
Yeah.
Which that was, I think, that was like my 28th birthday or something. I think we we still did something fun in my birthday, but we had to do that I think we went October, like towards the end of the season. But that was when everybody dressed up like Elvis.
Yes.
Which was like an awesome dream of mine as well.
And you've gone skydiving how many times?
Just twice.
Just twice.
Yeah.
But your sister.
She's working on her certification.
Yeah, like she's a pro.
No, yeah. I mean, she's working on it. She's definitely
getting there. You're an artist, but you're not the only artistic person in your family, correct?
Yes. My whole family's super artistic. They're all wonderful. I mean, my dad was a musician, and he plays piano amazingly. But that's that. And then my stepmom and her sister are both hairdressers, but so talented in other ways. Like my stepmom had her own floral shop and arrangements, stuff like that. My stepbrother's a killer artist. He does murals all over the city.
Yeah, I think he's doing one at Condado Tacos.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, he's done a few of their locations, I believe.
Yeah, I think he's doing a new location here in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I just saw that. And then, my sister went to art school, and she's more industrial artist or I don't know, she can just make anything out of anything, and knows textiles and knows how to do iron molds of things. And, my cousin Will works with iron. I mean, everybody is so talented. Tommy's painted those.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everybody. My mom is even an artist and doesn't think so, but she did this beautiful mosaic in her house.
Well,
she made
the backsplash behind in her kitchen.
She made those wine bottles with the
But didn't she do her backsplash?
The backsplash, yeah. It's
Beautiful.
gone now.
Oh yeah.
From
the
all
fire.
that fire, but yeah. I mean, that was amazing. She's done all kinds. She's crafty too.
And she bakes.
Yeah. Yeah. She does. It's good.
She always makes me wonderful cookies.
Watches dogs. I'm my mom is an all around,
pretty awesome lady.
Yeah.
I'm
you guys need. She can do whatever.
If I ever needed
your cat
physical backup,
yes.
I would definitely your mom would scrap.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she would. My aunt Sue, my mom.
Yeah, I would definitely take that.
Everybody would. Everybody would. That's awesome, though.
Yeah. What about your grandparents? Were they?
Awesome.
Well, yeah, I know they're awesome. But were they artistic or?
No, I don't know. I mean, all of my grandfathers, mostly military and hardworking guys.
Italian.
No,
Well,
I mean just my dad's. No, not even. My dad's dad was Russian.
Oh, really?
So our last name's Russian, but my nanny was Italian.
Okay.
She had a huge family, so that's my dad's side, and then my mom, were German and French.
And your nanny, she was a big fan of Bruno Mars.
She was. We took her to see him in a limo. I don't know how many years ago. She was like in her 80s, and oh, it was just so cute. She acted. She kept saying she'd never been in a limo, but I think that was a lie. But yeah, we kept saying anytime you want to go to an event, take your elderly with you because you get handicapped. We didn't have to park because of the limo. That was awesome, but they put you on the handicap platform. Right next to the stage.
Yay.
It's like best ever. My nanny was like, these are amazing seats. Like she thought we like bought them for her. And we were like, oh my God, you're coming everywhere with us all the time.
But yeah, and
It was so much fun.
and well, your nanny, she was very artistic when it came to her sauce.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, she was a seamstress, so she would go with her hands.
That's all
And I know
artistic.
she was a switchboard worker, so you gotta have some. You gotta have something. You know that.
Oh yeah.
You know that.
So, you, I mean, I don't personally have long hair, but you work with Locks for Love, correct?
Oh, I've been sending them donations and sending them hair for my whole career.
Your whole career?
Yeah, I mean, I started, even like the salons I worked in when I was younger, we'd send hair off to them, you know, like, or I started sending it to them directly, I don't even know, you know.
So, for people who might not know exactly what Locks for Love is, could you give them a brief?
It's a nonprofit that collects hair for, they make wigs for cancer patients, and, I mean, they've been around for forever. It's the donating of the hair to, you know, the people that do that.
Very cool. Do you have like a personal longest that you've cut off from somebody?
Oh my goodness, yeah. I wonder if I could find pictures of that too. I've had people take off like a couple feet.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because like men can grow their hair, you know, 12 inches easily, like, but like they say like people get anywhere from 6 to 8 a year.
Okay.
And then if somebody is super healthy, like natural, just untouched hair like most men, you know, like it could grow double time. But I have a young girl who donates like every couple of years. She just has started really young. We chop her hair off, and then a couple of years later, she's like, I'm gonna chop it out again. I'm like, okay. And she just grows this beautiful long hair, you know. So it's crazy. I've had people of all ages. I've had really like kids under 10. Locks of Love, I don't think does this, but there are companies that have like donations where like children, you know, 10 and under or whatever, donate their hair to like a company that makes wigs for children.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, you know, but Locks of Love does the majority of my donations. I mean, I've been sending them off for years, and the cutest thing is after you donate, now you can do it, you can have it come via email if you'd like, but they send you a little laminated card that's like, just like if you made a difference, we thank you, you know, but it's like a nice little keepsake to let you know you like did something that is a good deed, you know, like.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I think people that are, you know, willing to do that, I mean, transformation, change is fun, and hair is hair, like, you know, you get sick, you lose it, and the people who lose it need it, so, I don't know, like, or want it, or,
Yeah.
I shouldn't say need it, but, you know, yeah, it's just amazing, somebody has healthy hair, can grow it, it's cool in all, you know, all aspects.
You had made mention that you wore a cake for your 39th birthday.
You made me that cake.
I did not make it. A friend of mine, I had it made for you.
You had it made. That's the same. Gosh, I'm so weak. That's the same. To me.
But didn't you
you
did take it and you wore it around Disney?
I wore it. I didn't wear it in the park because it was blazing hot, but I wore it. And yes, I did wear it, and I wore it for the Labyrinth birthday party.
Yes, you did.
I may have worn it just when I'm watching Harry Potter. I wear it. I actually really like it.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I feel honored.
Well, I did though. I was going through cleaning out stuff, especially like when I had the time off of work and everything. Let's see, just a minute. And I found, like, this is terrible, but my spare bedroom, I used to, like, put stuff in there, like gifts and things that, like,
That you didn't want
the dogs all over.
Yeah.
So stuff I might use eventually. Like, everyone, like, Abby yells at me, she's like, stop hoarding your nice thing.
I mean, it's all in that one room.
It's kind of true, but it's like, no, until I, like, I don't know, I just don't want to pull that out and that out, you know, like, so, either way, yeah. Where's I going with that one now? You know, trying to thought.
Would you find something?
I found a costume, yeah. And it's a Harry Potter costume, but it's definitely a kid's costume. That I bought in a bigger size hoping I could fit in it probably, but I know I didn't buy it. So I was like, did Tommy give me this? Did Dad give me this? I'm like, because it's still on the hanger, like from the store with like and it says tags on it. And I'm like, why didn't I know I have this? And I was like, I'm super proud of it. But I was like, do I put it on? Do I not? Yeah, I don't know where it came from. And I was trying to think of that. I was like, who sent me that? Like, yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah, it was not me.
Because I know, like, the one year, Michelle and Carolyn and all them, I think it was Michelle or Carolyn. I don't remember who came out with it, but they were Harry Potter. And I wore that costume one year for Halloween.
I do remember.
And that wasn't the same
costume. Oh, wait,
costume.
no, you were Justin Bieber one year.
Yes, I was the Biebs. Before the Biebs was the Biebs now.
Speaking of Tommy, love him. Mm-hmm. But it just reminded me of, it was 2019, so spring of 2019. And you and I got to go see Cher.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I had won like 2 free tickets through the job that I was working at the time. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, Cher, 2019, she's like in her 70s.
Yeah.
Goddess, of music and all things. And I'm like, who do I take with me? And it took me not even a half a second. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, Steph. And I know that, like, Steph is always busy. I mean, she works probably like 7 days a week.
Not anymore.
Used to.
I'm like, now. I did, yeah. I definitely did work.
But, like, I thought about it and I'm like, oh, wait, Thursdays are her days off. Oh, thank God. And I called her up, and I was like, Steph, what are you doing Thursday? And she didn't even get a chance to answer, and I'm like, you're going to Cher with me.
I was like,
and she's like, yes. I think she ended up moving something around to go. I guess we do skip things for each other. And so she did. She moved things around, and we didn't realize what kind of tickets that I had gotten.
I don't think I had to move anything around. I think I just was off, and I was like...
I thought you had, like, one person in the evening.
I think I had, like, a chiropractic appointment.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe I had one time. It might have, because I would only come in on Thursdays here and there.
Yeah.
I could guarantee it was probably Beth or someone else probably like, I have the opportunity to go to...
And they, like...
And they're probably like, yes, leave now. I feel like that's probably going to happen.
But I know, like, you went to rub it in Tommy's face.
Well, I knew he was going. Because Tommy had bought tickets with his friends that they would always do a concert every year, And Tommy and I went to see Gaga. So I understand. It wasn't like you didn't buy me a ticket. Right. I was like, oh, you're going. I'm so bummed. But, yeah, I thought I was like, yes, where are we? Those seats were, like, amazing. The box seats are...
So I ended up with box seats. Like, so close that you didn't even need to zoom in to see Cher.
Yeah, it was absolutely.
It was a blast.
Absolutely.
And for a 72-year-old woman in heels, still singing and still dancing, and still, like, looking fabulous.
Yeah, she was amazing.
Probably... I would say one of the best shows I've ever seen. Yeah, I definitely, I feel like you would be right at home just being a mermaid.
I would.
Plus, those are really good colors for you, like the blue and greens. Like, you always look really good in those colors.
Yeah. We have both had, I would say, every color under the sun,
Yes.
which is awesome.
Yes, I have had orange and yellow in my hair. So, you also, besides doing my hair and many, many, many other normal Joes, you also,
Everybody's normal.
you've actually done hair for celebrity type people, correct?
No. Yeah. I mean, just like, I did a lot of freelance work when I was like younger, and I got out of it because it was just too hard to do it by myself with owning the salon, and it was kind of just like right time, right place to like build a portfolio and, you know, do the things I wanted to try in the industry. But I just got connections that were wonderful. Like Katie knew Mac Miller because he shopped at Time Bomb.
Right. And
Right.
Katie is our friend who has a clothing line called Street Heart, which
I'm
you
actually wearing it.
yes, and you would do her hair or do the model's hair for the runways for the Raw shows that she was in, correct?
Yes, that's how we got into Raw.
Yes.
Yeah, just awesome.
And then you've done Mac Miller's hair.
And that's from her too, because she was in the video.
Okay.
Her and Tara and Miranda are in the video.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah,
she
yeah.
was like, hey, and yeah, I didn't even know who he was, which was crazy because I had like heard, but Katie was like in the demo shopping at that Time Bomb, and she's into hip hop and into everything, you know. But yeah, it was awesome. He was a great kid, and it was a fun day. It's sad what happened.
I feel like you've done like some dancers and some other entertainers' hair as well.
Well, I did stuff like I worked on QED, but they have like permanent hair and makeup people. I just was lucky enough to like be brought into a job that was like filming there. I did stuff with the Chick Downtown people, so that wasn't like any celebrities or anything. It was just a really big online high end website. You know, like I don't know. I believe they still exist, but I don't know if they're still in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
But yeah. Well, and even doing like helping my brother and sister-in-law when she had her clothing line here, doing stuff for them, you know. So like, yeah, I just was able to build a really awesome portfolio. Really get to know Pittsburgh. I mean, I always like ventured out. I was never afraid to cross the bridges.
I feel like,
But,
you know, I could be out anywhere and somehow we can get linked back to you. Like, you just know everybody.
yeah, like the 90 degrees. I'm gonna pull you up here.
Yeah.
Instead of 6 degrees of separation, it's like 4,000. Like now, because
It's like, yeah.
it's like quite nothing. I don't know, small.
Now, I know that you work with, or not really work with, but you support a bunch of different charities and stuff, like the Locks for Love, and also you did the thing with St. Jude's.
Yeah, I was gonna say St. Jude's.
And then, like,
Children's, anything that like has to do with children or animals. You know.
children and animals, yeah.
Yeah, and people. I mean, I do. I love helping people, but those are like my big ones. But I've done all kinds. So many people.
Well, I think also, like, you know, for me, I find that this isn't, and I think it's because of all of our time that we've spent together. We've known each other for a very long time.
Yeah.
But it feels to me every time I'm in here, whether it's me by myself or me with people who are in here already.
Pre-COVID. Yeah.
Pre-COVID, of course. It doesn't feel like a business. It feels like home. It feels like your best friend's house. Like,
Which it was at one point. So.
well, it was, but I mean, but yeah, like for me, you know, this is not like, yes, it's me getting my hair done, and yes, that's, you know, one of my favorite things to do. But I don't think I could do it or be here this long or deal with all of this stuff if it wasn't
make it like
if it wasn't you, you know, like.
It wasn't like our time to like hang out as well, and I don't know, yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's been years. It's been years of pizza parties and
Just events and all kinds of crazy good stuff.
Yep.
Stuff. I was saying, like, my wardrobe right now consists of like if you like look at my sock drawer, it's like, okay, I've like, oh, you know, you buy a pack of like Skechers, you know, or some type of whatever jockey, whatever type of sock, like the short ones, and then it's like 400 fleece socks that were like, I have a few pairs that Alyssa's mom made that are just like amazing, like they're so comfortable. Then it's like it's just all comfy. It's like you can tell I have one package of like normal socks, like for tennis shoes or for whatever, and then it's like all like aloe infused fluff, like Christmas socks that are fuzzy, and yeah, it's just crazy.
I know. That was the craziest thing is, you know, it's been over 2 months since you did my hair.
Yeah.
As far as color goes, you did cut it in December, just the underneath and everything. But the day that I go to get my hair done, my hair actually
looks phenomenal.
It looked so good.
I got in the car and was like, and you're like just talking. I was like, man, your hair looks amazing. I was like, we're really gonna change it? I love when it fades into the pastels. I was like, well, this is just awesome.
This is the point in the night where we start to get really excited.
You're like, where I take a nap, it's like just talks to my hair.
Yes.
This might be the first time your studs came out green.
Yeah, I don't think they've ever come out green.
They're like lime green.
Yes.
I know. That's always my favorite part. I'm like, look at.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I think we should take this time. We kind of got a brief background into how you became a stylist, kind of, you know, that journey.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about you, like where you're from, you know.
Born and raised here. 2 big families, right, kind of bordering townships with each other, like North Allegheny and North Hills. So it's like the rival schools, but both of my parents have bigger families, multiple siblings and tons of cousins, and my town side's huge, you know, and even my, I guess my German side, I don't know, you know, my mom's side, but yeah, that's wonderful in its own too. I have a huge army. I love that army's the word that comes to choice. Like, I just think with everything going on in the world, you're like, I have an army.
You do have an army.
I have an army. But yeah, I mean, just like I said, my whole family's super talented, super loving, just I mean, half of them, they'd like drop anything to come help somebody, come do something. We're always, helping people out and
Yep.
doing what we can. And that's, I mean, it really, I really missed the holidays this year. Like, aside from being sick, even if I wasn't, it still would have been different,
Yeah.
but we really do have a lot of fun together. Just everybody cuts up and.
Well, I mean, your mom isn't your mom. Like, she's our
everybody's
mom.
mom.
Yeah,
everybody's
that's
friend,
mom.
She's wonderful. And that's, I mean, even my dad, he doesn't get to see a lot of my friends, but the ones he does know, and people that know him, it's like, I always say both of my parents are extremely social, extremely lovable, fun. And I'm always like, I'm so perfect because I got the best of them.
Yeah, definitely.
But, I mean, even, I miss my dad and them on the holidays. We have a blast with them and that side of the family. But, so, born and raised here.
And your family, they're hardcore Steeler fans.
Oh, yeah.
Like, doesn't your dad have his own Steeler cave?
Well, yeah, my grandfather, his basement is like
Grandfather.
I always say paraphernalia, wall memorabilia. My pap knew some of the Steelers back in the day, and there's just pictures and pictures of him with, it's Budweiser and the Steelers. So, Budweiser girls and Steelers stuff. He built this beautiful stone fireplace in our bar, and now my dad has that in his basement, and and cousins. It's just it's such a cool gathering place. My grandfather's birthday was the day after Christmas, so we have all the holidays, and then we have another big party, and usually there's football at the holidays, and so just nonstop. Christmas was always 9 days long, because my mom's cousins would do, people would try to get together before the holiday, then do the holiday with their immediate families, then birthdays, and so it was just always, even my birthday being right before the holiday. I really love that time of year. It is just
well, it's our time
after the next. Yeah, but I mean that's it. I mean my family's just giant and awesome, and I mean cousins. Some of my younger cousins that maybe I didn't, you don't quite follow up on what they're doing. Then I see later, I'm like, well, they're killing it,
Yeah. But you went to NA, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to NA.
When you went to school.
Yeah. I don't even know if
I'm ratting her out here.
I do have a diploma. They'd probably be like, no, we have no record of her here. We never saw her, but and like I said, I never left here, but I feel like I've been fortunate enough to travel when I was younger, and then a lot of my traveling in the last 15 years has been work, but I still got to go to some really cool places. Weddings, like destination weddings, little jobs here and there. And
you went to France, right?
Or, that wasn't work.
Yeah, no, but you did go to France.
A friend of mine, her family moved there, so I was just lucky enough to go, before 9/11, buddy pass, stay with a friend. I mean, it was I probably had the best, summer, best trip, whatever, on,
$50
on you. Yeah. The ticket might have been $300.
Oh, wow.
I might have spent $500. Or $60 a day. Or $50 a day. I used to go to a little trade-in thing and be like, I have so many francs. I was like, that's 4 beers. But it was cool. I mean, I think if anybody has an opportunity to travel young, they should, because people don't realize how big the world is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a big world there. But
and you do destination weddings, and
I live for special events and weddings. Those are just such a great.
Well,
great
usually summertime,
families, people.
Yeah, summertime you're usually packed. You usually have,
It's not even just summertime. Wedding season changes. Changes over the decades. I'll say, because it used to be just summer weddings, and it was fall weddings, barns and zoos. I don't, anywhere. People have weddings anywhere now, and some people want winter weddings. Some people, I mean, it's just so weird with COVID and with everything, because that's just a part of my world I miss a lot. It's extremely hectic, and it's a lot of, I don't want to say stress, because it's just working with one bride and trying to get things perfect. You just want it to be right.
It's a good stress.
Yeah, it is. It's a really
it's that feel good stress.
Yeah, and it's really cool to be a part of someone's special day. I mean, sometimes you've heard of their family members but never met them, or I only know the women in our family. Sometimes some men, some husbands, some kids, things of that nature. But it's weddings you see all the family. So it's I'll meet husbands. I'm like, I've been doing weddings for 10 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, where else have you gone? I know you went to, I mean, I know some of the places, but
I haven't left the country that much. I just, that trip to
Mexico.
was my big one. Mexico twice. That was Abby's wedding and Larry's 30th.
Okay.
That was so much fun. And then I've just been around the States, like, but my sister lives in California, like, made it up there only once to visit her. It was, San Fran, just stayed in San Fran.
We need to take a trip up to see Katie in Michigan.
Yes, I have family all through Michigan, but I'd love to go see Katie. So I've been, like, through Detroit, through all around here, all through Pennsylvania.
Well,
but
you just went.
Florida, I've been Tommy and I went to Palm Springs to visit Tommy, so California, Palm Springs out there.
And then you went to Disney with him.
Disney.
That was
Florida.
2019, 2018?
No. Well, yeah. April of 19.
Yes.
I'm like, no.
Yeah. So you've been there, and then you just went on a little
my dad
mini vacation with Dana.
That was Hocking Hills.
Hocking Hills.
Ohio. But my dad and I went up to Saratoga Springs for like a family reunion not too long ago. I've been through the Carolinas. I haven't made it out, California, a couple cities, but my older stepbrother lives in Wyoming and I haven't made it there. But I see pictures and I'm like, oh,
that's pretty.
Gorgeous. Like, it doesn't look real. Looks like the postcard where you're like,
yeah.
But yeah, so I would love to get out there. Nikki living in California as long as she did, I feel like we went through or went out there. I don't know, but
I would like to go to California.
Been to Vegas. Just city. There's still a lot in the States I'd like to see, but I've never been up towards like Vermont or anything. I'd like to get there.
That would be pretty.
But I feel like I'm shooting for warmer.
Warmer?
I mean, I'd love to see it. I went up to Maine for my oldest stepbrother's wedding, so saw deep with Maine, beautiful, terrifying. Nikki and I took a walk the one night, end of the driveway, end of the street. We weren't paying it. We just weren't thinking. You're in sundresses. It was summer.
Yeah.
And we heard a noise, and we heard another noise, and I was like, we are not safe out here. We booked it back to the house, and I was like, you guys took a walk? It was dumb, and we were like, okay, at least we're not getting mauled by anything. But beautiful up there, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like I've been lucky enough to go, just even if it's state to state or a different place,
Yeah.
Just visiting friends when they were in college, different stuff like that. And then, like I said, destination weddings, taken to Outer Banks, Hilton Head, Maryland, Mexico. Then every stinking wedding venue in the Pennsylvania area. I mean, we're in Ohio. I'm some of the places I get to see, it's so cool.
Because you did Katie's wedding, right?
Yeah, and Katie.
That was in
Ohio,
Youngstown.
My cousin that lives, I think we were in Akron. I don't know. Her bachelorette party might have been in Akron. We did that for Carolyn's too, but the weddings, she was in one of the old Ford mansions, I think, or Goodyear mansions.
Okay.
Up there. But so there's just things I'd never normally get to see. I mean, family different.
Yeah.
But I got to go to this really cool place down in Maryland that was a self-sustaining farm with horse-drawn carriages and man-made pond and soy pastures and a creamery. It was all self.
Oh, that's
cool.
I
don't think it's there anymore. My girlfriend did events down there and actually flew me down for a wedding that got kind of jammed up and didn't have a
stylist.
Yeah, so I got to go down and stay with her and her husband, hang out with them, see this killer venue,
You've got connections.
So stuff like that has taken me. I mean, it's cool. You just get to see places, get to do things.
And the reason that you get to do these things is because you're amazing.
Thank you.
And when we're done, everyone who doesn't know you already and doesn't know me already, they're going to see just how great you are with fun colors. But, what are some of the other things that, you would say that you specialize in? Because I know there's a lot of services that you...
Well, yeah, definitely special events is I love to say, totally specialize in wedding styles, formal styles, updos, if you will, an old name for it, but formal events. But, I mean, I love everything. I love cutting. I love just even natural colors, the valuables, everything that's out there now. I want to get certified in these new hand-tied weft extensions, which I'm saying new because it's so fairly in a couple years, But they're like a game changer in the extension world. Just not damaging, no glue, no tape, no mess. So I was kind of headed in that direction. That was my next move. But with COVID, I kind of put everything's just on a little hold,
Yeah.
So, but I always like to I don't know, see what's out there, see what new techniques are, come and learn new stuff. You constantly, like, you want to learn. It doesn't matter how many years you've done your craft, how many whatever, you just want to learn and keep trying new things, keep testing yourself.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Knuckle Cutters Club, that one that, like Fern the Barber, this guy followed on Instagram and a couple other barbers. They had wrote something, I remember writing to them when I took my knuckle off last year.
Yes.
Almost took it off. But they had a picture that was like, nothing humbles a professional, instantly. Besides like a killer cut like that, and it's true, because it's like, you still make mistakes, you still do things, you still, get hurt, whatever, but you just constantly want to keep trying, keep pushing yourself, and
Yeah, like, I mean, I know that you're, like, good at, like blowouts and straighteners.
Yeah, I love the Brazilian blowouts. I don't necessarily at the moment, because my shoulder, but, like trying to, just everything. I love transformations. I love, finding what's healthy for their hair. I love the trichology of hair.
And you can do all types of hair. You can do short hair, long hair, curly hair, because a lot of people don't know how to cut curly hair.
Yeah, there's a lot of different techniques, but, and honestly, I feel like, and some people specialize, like they really do. They just find something that they love so much, and that becomes their niche. But I really do enjoy doing all ends of the industry, and even in years past,
you can do relaxer. You can do all types of hair.
Yeah. I really like being that versatile and knowing, and if there's something that I haven't quite learned and I'm not, specialized in it, I will like be super honest, with people looking for something, and I'll either learn it or find them the right person to do it,
right?
And then learn it in the future or whatnot, Yeah, I've been, fix that up a little bit. But yeah, and even I love all ends of the industry. Like when I was younger, I loved skin and nails, and but I wasn't. Nails were not my super forte. I could give a mean pedicure. But I really do just like all ends of the industry. That's why I think I love doing freelance work, and I love being in the salon with clients, and I love going to group homes and teaching young girls how to be hygienic. Like just anything that has to do with your sort of well-being and feeling good, and not all to say just your looks, but
right.
Same with like helping people with their self-esteem.
And you've also been really good at like helping people along the way, like as they're starting out. You've been kind of like a big sister in the industry, helping your friends.
I think people should always help each other. Or if there's any advice, or it's kind of like anything. It's like if there's something I've been through that can help somebody steer clear of going through, something they could avoid if possible, or something they could learn sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know, if you're good at what you do, if you enjoy what you do, you should want to share it with people or help them get to that point too, or just sort of at least let them know what helped you along the way.
Right. I know like, when we worked at Sally's together.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I told like every single customer came to the door for Karen be like, here's her number.
Yeah.
No.
But I've learned so much just by watching you and listening to you and talking. Like we've actually sat here before and had conversations about choosing hair colors that weren't like, oh, the pretty red one. Like we've actually gone into technical terms of
Oh yeah, some people say to me like, oh, that's easy for you to understand, but I don't. I know there's some people who are not. They'll like joke with me and be like, oh, I'm not artistic or I'm not this, but I just feel like once you explain stuff to people in a certain way, they're like, oh, well, that makes sense. Because I'm that way. The only thing I really understand is hair. So,
and
all
people,
my clients.
I think you understand people pretty well.
Yeah, I think so. I do.
I'm thinking though, maybe not anytime soon, but I kind of want like a beachy wavy. Like I don't want curls.
Yeah.
But I want beachy wavy.
Well, you could throw, because you can braid, right?
Kinda. Like I tried to like braid it and let it dry. And
yeah.
So I was thinking
you could do like 2 braids, one, and at least make it like a textured kind of crimpy or beachy.
Yeah.
You could do, if you want it all to one side, whichever way. I always forget which way you're more.
That way.
The way you had it, this way.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could always do whether it's the flat iron, the curling iron, and you put in that. I mean, we could do. Do you want to do the waves?
Oh,
Or do you want to slick it back?
Oh, it doesn't matter how you want. Whatever you want to do.
This in for a minute just to show you. Because what do you have? Well, you have everything, don't you?
I'm sure I have access to.
Yeah, or Victoria stuff too, like a flat iron, curling iron, whatever. But
I know I have a flat iron.
okay, well, with your length of your hair, the flat iron might give you a little more wave versus a curling iron. You could do it though, as long as it's at least a 1 inch.
Yeah.
Because with the curling iron, you go in and do like a half a curl and leave those ends out.
Okay.
And when you drop it, it's, you know, and you like, if you do it all in the same direction, you'll get like one big S wave.
Okay.
If you like take a piece back, take a piece forward, take a piece back, that's the more beachy, like textured. But you just always want to take this piece in front of your face and go away. Because if you curl it towards your face, it's going to like annoy you, hang weird.
Yes.
You know.
See?
Let me clean that up while
She is always.
I would like
willing
be a
to-
little more in depth showing you, but I know you can work with your hair.
Well, yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like
But that's the one thing is like, I don't know about you. This has happened to me, not here ever, but you know, you get a haircut, they do your hair, you love it, and then you can never recreate it.
yeah, you go home and you're like, well, this stinks.
Yeah. And that's what I love is that if I have any questions about something that I want to attempt as far as styling goes, she'll tell me. You just gotta ask her, you know, it's not, she's not hiding her secrets or nothing.
No, the more I can share with people, the more they can actually feel good doing it themselves. You know, it's what you want. Like, you want people to be able to style their hair. You want people to be like, hey, I can wear this.
Let's take this time now, and I'm gonna make you think.
Ugh.
I know I'm so mean. What is there one last thing you want to tell all of our viewers? Anything that you want them to know about you, your business, or?
Me, my business, myself.
We will be putting all of her information up at the end of the episode, but yes, I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna like play with all the colors.
Do it.
I just want to see, like, that green is so pretty. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything I feel I need to say other than like how much fun and what a cool time I've had doing this. So, but not really, you know, tell people I have to make something about it.
She's a Sagittarius. She likes long walks on the beach.
The dog.
You do have a dog, Tank.
Actually, yeah, two of my friends did this before, but he's gonna be on like Instagram as like, you know, doggy vote before you go on and vote every day.
Oh,
I think Larry and Austin did it. I was
yeah,
like,
they
what
did
the
that.
heck? I was like, might as well. I think they just find people who have dogs online and they're like, hey, do you want to do this? But it's like, yes, I do. So maybe Tank will win like America's favorite pup or something.
Very cool.
Here's Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think we're gonna
Say
wrap
good
things
night.
up.
Say good night.
Say good night. I'm all pretty again, yay! Thank you, Stephanie.
Yes, look how cool that is.
And another thing you must know is, just because she's recording this episode doesn't mean that she's not getting paid. If your friends are artists or musicians, pay them. They deserve it. This is a service. Hi, Wesley. Wesley's out in the hallway. I'm waving to him. Hopefully he can see me. And he's waving back. I want to thank Wesley for once again, doing all of the computery stuff so I don't have to.
Yes, oh my goodness.
And I want to thank Stephanie. Like, she has been my hairstylist for far too many years. There's no one else I let touch my head. And not only that, like, she's an amazingly talented woman, but she is a really good friend. She's one of the best friends I've ever had. I actually lived with her for a couple months after my house burned down. So that just shows you the friendship that she has. And I want to thank everybody who has been on this journey with us. We will be filming again episode 4 next month. And I hope to keep this going. And if you're interested in being interviewed, just reach out to me at the Still Kitty Facebook page. It's Still Kitty Productions. Or if you know me personally, just reach right on out to me and we will find a time to interview you. So I want to thank you, and I'm going to put up all of Steph's information is going to go here. All of her wonderful information. And then over here, I'm messing things up for Wesley. We're going to put my stuff. This is where you're going to find me.
Where's your arm?
There's my arm. There's my arm. There's my Still Kitty. Done by Michelle Joy of Gypsy Tattoo Parlor.
So killer.
Thank you. And we're going to go to bed now. Bye.